Hello and welcome to our Advanced Screenwriting for Media project course. Today we're on the week number 10, lectures 1920. It's actually last of our lectures in this course. And today we will discuss pitch presentation and pitch decks. So the topic of our today's lecture is mastering the pitch deck, delivering your vision. And in this lecture on crafting and compiling pitch decks and delivering impactful presentations, we will discuss how to show your project's final media to audience, to other producers, studios, companies, and so on. In this session, we will equip you with the tools and strategies to effectively communicate your vision to your audience. So let's start here. Overview. What is pitch deck? So in general, it's concise communication. So pitch decks are visual summarize of your project designed to engage and inform your audience. And they are powerful tool for conveying key information about your project concept, goals, and potential. The next one is strategic tool. So pitch deck are crucial part of securing funding, attracting partners, and gaining recognition for your project. They are your opportunity to make a lasting impression on potential investors, collaborators, or stakeholders. So as you can see, in terms of communication, like you need to express your vision, but also in terms of how you can and for whom you can sell your project, pitch decks are important, takes important role. And also visual storytelling. So beyond conveying fact and figures, pitch decks utilize visual to create a compelling narrative. Strong visuals can capture attention, enhance understanding, and leave a lasting impression. So basically, when you're showing your script, your outline, the list of your episodes, logline, synopsis, they are strictly text versions of your idea, what's in your head. But with pitch deck, you can show it more with visual language through visual storytelling. And especially it helps for deliver your information like to other audience, because when you're writing, you can clearly see everything with your imagination, yes? But don't forget that other people, they need some explanation. And at sometimes oral and text presentation is not uh, so good, especially like, for example, if you're presenting some fantasy projects, sci-fi projects, text is not enough. So what we can do, we can use some visual tools, presentations, art, promos, and so on and so on. Here, like pitch decks overly can help you to achieve your goal. Okay, so let's talk about key elements of successful pitch deck presentations. Firstly, of course, for all of our projects, doesn't matter, it's game, it's video, TV show, movie, and so on. Firstly, you need to state your problem, what's happening in your project. So first, problem statement. You need to clearly define the problem your project address. Explain the existing gap in the market or the social issue you're tackling. Because through this, all other like producers, directors, they will see and they will understand what you want to do, what kind of problems you want to solve with your project. And for them, it will be clearly to understand the next information what you'll present. The next one is solution. So introduce your project as a solution to the different problem. Detail the project's unique value proposition and its innovative approach. Here, through showing the case of how you will show it, how you will resolve any problem, how like your audience will be satisfied with your project, your uniqueness, your innovative approach. Through this, your Investors, for example, for them, it will be understandable what's going on with your project, how you want to catch eye of your audience. Next one is audience. So target audience, you need to define your target audience and explain how your project caters to their needs and interests. Highlight the relevance of your project to a specific audience. So here, yes, if you're creating project, of course, sometimes we can state that it's like various big range of auditorium. It can be like for kids, for amateurs, for adults, and so on and so on. But still, you need to have target audience specifically for whom it, and sometimes like you can show it through age 12, 18, and so on and so on. But without not only like age, you need to understand target audience in terms of maybe their specific hobbies, what they like, what previous movies or TV shows they watched. So you need to deliver to your investors, to your producers, this information again, because they need to think how next to sell your project. And this information at some points very vital for them. And fourth is marketing and distribution strategy. So here is the next step. You need to outline your plan for reaching your target audience. Explain your marketing and distribution strategy and the channels you will use to promote your project. And here you need to be more specific, not only like you're saying, I'm planning to show it on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, but maybe with some specific cases. Like I know this kind of influencer, for example, he talks about mostly food. He's food blogger, and my project about food. So we can like make this marketing strategy. We can order some advertisement from him, and he has like target loyal audience for whom our project will be interested. So here you need to think not like wide in wide range, but specifically. And through that, again, for your producers, for your investors, they will see that you are know something in this topic. So you prepare it. And mostly like producers like this kind of pitch presentations. So for you will show like your knowledge and that you're ready to create this project. Okay, let's move on. So let's discuss some presentation strategies for final projects. So mostly, of course, like unfortunately, even at Kazakhstan, we don't have like big cases of conquering Hollywood or even like Netflix. But we have some projects that can show big awards like Cannes, like some Berlinale, and so on, Venice Film Festival, and so on and so on. But still, mostly our projects is for art house, independent projects, not like big marketing projects. So let's discuss what kind of strategies, presentation strategies we can apply. So storytelling, firstly. So you need to engage your audience by crafting a compelling narrative. Use visual and storytelling techniques to weave together the key elements of your project. So here, like what we did, like by this course, we tried to understand how to write. Yes, how to write good, and mostly like first important thing for audience, but also for producers and for investors is our story. If it's interesting for them, then it will be interesting for whole world. Then what it means that we can solve it. So think about it. Next one is visual aids. So we need to use high quality visuals to support our narrative. We need to utilize charts, graphics, infographics, and compelling images to enhance understanding and engagement. But here again, sometimes visually, even like just one picture can help you to deliver ideas that's in your head. sometimes it's better to do some research, to check some internet images, or maybe like generate it with AI, like with specific prompt, and then again, producers, investors, they will see where you're moving on, what you want to show them. Another one is here, like in terms of communication skills. So you need to rehearse and practice your pitch presentation. So rehearse your presentation multiple times to ensure a smooth and confident delivery. Practice your presentation in front of a mock audience to refine your delivery. So here, what we did again on some of our practices. So you defended your projects, yes, but you saw that sometimes it can be hard, or like your thoughts can be tangled. So you need to be prepared. Imagine if it's hard to show it in the group of your group mates, only like with me as your teacher instructor. But if there will be like big directors of Warner Brothers, Disney, and so on and so on, even like Kazakh Telecom, maybe Kazakhfilm, Freedom Production. So there, for sure, in terms of emotionally, maybe you will not be so stable. So you need to be prepared. You need to do some rehearsals. You need to know what you're pitching on. Okay, next one is eye contact. So here, you need to maintain your eye contact with your audience to create a connection and demonstrate your confidence. Engage your audience through eye contact and gestures. So here again, some presentation skills, some how you deliver information. Mostly, some of the producers or investors, uh, they're not interested in like story, but they want to see some entertainment, because we are working in entertaining industry, and media technology, media is one of the main keys to deliver this information. So how you will present it, how you will show it, how you will deliver it, still here you need to apply some elements of entertainment and delivering proper information. And here, like eye contact gestures will help you maybe at some point to show that you're confident, that you know your material, and this material probably will be good for other audience. But here again, you need to be um, prepared to these kind of things. Okay, let's move on. So let's discuss some industry insights, trends, and expectations. So right now, you know that we are moving on to era of artificial intelligence. Everything changed. Storytelling, how we can imagine it. Right now, at some point, like we can see artificial intelligence as helper, but unfortunately, you saw on our practice hours that sometimes it can be like not so good for audience and even for creators. So let's talk about artificial intelligence on our practice hours. But here, let's discuss some trends, other trends and expectations. So firstly, immersive experience. So projects that leverage VR and AR technologies to create engaging and interactive experiences are in high demand. So for sure, like we need to understand that at some point we are not only writers for like big stories like films, TV shows, but we have another media projects, another mediums that we discussed previously, and it can be even just like 15-second reels for Instagram, like video for TikTok. And here, like all of the different strategies we need to apply, but maybe at some point, like the hardest one is games and virtual and augmented reality. And there, like you need to be prepared to work harder rather on the other projects. You need to think like, visually. You need to think in terms of programming. You need to think in terms of interaction. But right now, as you can see, immersive experience are in big demand, in big trend. So if you will do the stories in this key, in this direction, probably you will get more success rather than for previous projects. Next one is data-driven storytelling. So projects that effectively utilize data visualization and analytics to create compelling narratives are valued. And here, what we can discuss and take in an example, it's like advertisements. And here, for advertisements, maybe, who knows, in future you will work with some governmental structures, with akimats, with non-NGOs, or like how we discussed on other class, like sustainable development goals, maybe like United States, United Nations, like organizations. And there, besides delivering information through storytelling and like visually, also what you need to do is to deliver a lot of data to your audience, to your viewers, like some infographics, some charts, some like graphs, tables, and so on and so on. There, sometimes it can be boring for audience when they will see like numbers, graphics. For them, it can be boring. So here, again, you need to be more creative. You need to think how to implement this data, this boring information from the point of plot, from the point of storytelling. And of course, sometimes it can be hard to implement, but still, it's like work, it's projects. You need to think and be prepared. Like as for VR, AR, like interactive stories, here also like for data-driven storytelling with numbers and a lot of infographics and information. The next one, so here like sustainability and social impact. So projects that address environmental concerns and promote social responsibility are increasingly sought after. So yes, we discussed it a lot on our sustainable development and media technologies, and you know that it's big trend. More and more companies, they want to make world better, but they don't know how. And here, we as an other media technology specialists, we can help them. We can help them with delivering information, with researching data, with applying some, even like applying some interesting new technologies, sustainable technologies. But still, like you need to think how to implement it in your projects, how to show it again, not only like climate change that it's bad, but also like how we can avoid it, how we can help the world, but with screenwriting part and storytelling part, or creative part. Here again, hot topic, but we have some problems and issues that we need to solve. The next one is cross-platform distribution. Here, projects that are designed for multiple platform distribution, reaching diverse audiences across various devices, and they are favored. So right now, you know that at some point, people, audience, they sometimes even lazy to watch movies on the TV. They will just watch it through their screens of their phones. But it's like small format, like for iPhones, Android, or like bigger tablets. Still, like it's limited space to show like a lot of information and visually deliver information. So through that, you still need to think and understand that not all of your projects will be on the big screen, or like some LED panels, some projectors, and so on and so on. At some point, maybe your projects, you need to think how to optimize them for like horizontal or vertical format, for delivering in social networks in like 15 seconds. And of course, again, it can be hard. For example, I worked on the project called Independence Way, and we created like TV show, but in the Instagram format, in the story stories format for 1 minute long, and in 1 minute long we needed to show like whole year of what's happened in Kazakhstan through like independence. And for sure it was hard, firstly because like you need to put a lot of information what happened in 1 year in 1 minute. But another part for us that we was struggling is vertical format. So we know that if we're creating content for Instagram, it needs to be like vertical format, not horizontal. So we try to not only include all of the information in 1 minute, but also in terms of vertical format. And it was hard in my experience, but we did it. We had about like 15 million view on other in Instagram platform, and it was kind of successful project for me. But because we know for what kind of social platform we creating this project, so we was prepared for you. Maybe at some period you will not know what kind of project you're doing, like where there will be like distribution. So again, you need to think: is it for social networks, or like do you need to prepare special promos for only social networks, and so on and so on. Here again, you need to be in trend. You need to be like to know what's happening. Again, with artificial intelligence, with immersive experience, data-driven storytelling, sustainability, and social impact, and cross-platform distributions. There are like a lot of problems and issues that you need to think and resolve. So be prepared. Just like mostly producers will wait this information from you, not from their side. Okay, let's move on. So effective visual aids and design. So what we can do in terms of visualistics and design. So here, for sure, what we can do, we can include, like we previously discussed, data-driven storytelling. Yes, how we can show it through infographics, for sure. Like it can visually summarize complex data and information, making it easy to understand and remember. So for sure, like even when you're defending some projects, you need to include some data, not only with text and charts, but also you need to include some infographics visualization. The next one is kind of opposite, it's minimalistic design. So here, what you need to do, you need to opt for a clean and minimalist design that emphasize content over clutter. Use a consistent color palette and typography. So at some periods, you need to think not like visually stunning, a lot of material that your viewer will see, but at some point, like maybe minimalistics. Some producers, some investors, they like it minimally. It's clear goal, what we want to show, age, and so on, genre, theme, topic, plot, and so on and so on. At some point, for them, it will be like clearly to understand what you want to deliver. And visual storytelling. So here you need to use high quality images, videos, and animations to create visual narratives that engage and inspire. So again, don't forget, I think previously we did like some sizzle reels. We used artificial intelligence for creating posters and trailers for our project, if you remember. And here is what I'm talking about. Yes, like visual storytelling. Mostly for your audience or producers, at some point it will be boring to just listen to you. So you need to show them where you're going, what you want to deliver. Okay. Another part, like when you showing your projects, don't forget that they have another part of site where not you will speak, but investors and producers, they will ask something from you. So for that part, you also need to be prepared. As I said, like previously, you need to rehearse, you need to practice. So Why? Because you need to be prepared for answering questions. It's not one-side pitch presentation. It's for you, but also for your producers and your investors. So handling question and answer sessions and feedback. So let's discuss. Active listening. Here, you need to pay close attention to questions and feedback. Take notes and demonstrate genuine interest in understanding the audience perspectives. So I think some of the producers, some of the investors, they like when you will listen to them, when you will take notes. Like if you will say, oh, you have not so good like main character, add him like this points, or like visually he need to wear hat and glasses. And what you can do, you can agree and take a notice. And for sure, this producer will be glad. Even like, for example, in future, you will not include this additional information. Maybe at the point of selling your project, it will help you to gain attention of your producers. The next one is clear and concise answers. So you need to provide clear and conscious answers to questions. You need to avoid jargon and explain concepts in a way that is accessible to all audience members. So first, you need to think who is your producers, in which field, in which area they're working, and you need to make some adjustments with whom you're talking, in what kind of style you need to talk, and to deliver information again. The next one is respectful responses. So respond to feedback with respect and professionalism. Thank the audience for their questions and insights and acknowledge their perspectives. So here, yes, first of the part when we're doing our work, how we need to do it with professionalism. So here, like respect is one of the key roles, how to show you as a professional. Here, don't forget about these parts. Okay, and preparing for the final pitch. So again, what you need to do, rehearse and practice, the key fundamental things. So you need to rehearse your presentation multiple times to ensure a smooth and confident delivery. So you need to practice in front of a mock audience to identify areas for improvement. So for us, it was like our practice hours when we did defending of our project in the area of our group mates. The next one is technical setup. Ensure that all technical aspects of your presentation are in place. Test your equipment, slides, and audio beforehand. So here, yes, for sure, technically you need to be prepared, but I know that you're media technology at Astana University, so I think this part will be clear for you. Time management, for sure. You need to allocate time wisely. Stick to your allotted time limit and practice transitions between slides to ensure a smooth flow. Here again, some communication skills and delivering information. The next one is confidence and passion. So project confidence and enthusiasm about your project, you need to show it to your investor, to your producers. Only then they will believe to you. So your passion will resonate with your audience and create a memorable experience. So good project is passionate project. Okay, and some conclusion, some takeaways. So for sure, if you will master the art of pitch presentation and presentation delivery, you can effectively communicate your vision, gain support for your projects, and leave a lasting impact on your audience. So remember to focus on your story, engage your audience, and practice confidentially. But here, again, as you can see, practice, 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 rehearsal, rehearsal, rehearsal. These moments will help you. Even like, again, at some point, producers, they will have questions. They will be interested in numbers, interested in outcomes. So you need to be prepared. And how you can do it? By some of the rehearsals and preparation. Okay, I think that's it on our lecture for advanced screenwriting for media projects. So this is our last meeting online. The next one is midterm and final projects for your course. See you in person in real life at Astana IT University. But with this online lecture, our course comes to an end. So goodbye.